Right, so I have returned once again today to deliver on a stream of Golden Kamuy, the manga series. We're good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So, yes, we actually have returned to episode, chapter 193 of Golden Kamuy as an Jesus Christ. Chapter 192 actually ended on the whole entire idea of Sugimoto and Sugimoto and Asida's actual kind of relationship actually kind of going back to where it was beforehand, kind of hitting that cathartic moment in a way, and actually kind of now actually kind of telling us the real resolve of Sugimoto's character as well. It's actually very interesting. The whole entire chapter really kind of focused on him, like in a way, actually how what he thinks and how he actually kind of is, and actually how he is trying to protect Asida as well. It's actually very interesting because it kind of does in very contrast what's actually been going on with her character beforehand, especially with people that she knows. So yeah, it's very interesting. Hopefully, chapter 193 just kind of elaborates upon it. Anyway, it's actually planning to actually go on live. So, gone live for Golden Kamuy, chapter 193. And with that, I believe we are good to go. Are we though? That is the question. On that front, we certainly are. On this front, we certainly are not. And now we are. And there we are. So, anyways, I should begin chapter 193. Nobori Betsu Hot Springs. So, another peaceful day in Karafuto. The Nivik have a story about the rivers of monsters. Huh? Oh no, is it a scary story? A long time ago, there was a man who caught a fish at the river of monsters and was cooking it on the fire. He heard a person's voice in the distance, and then he heard footsteps coming closer. So the man stripped naked. Why did he do that? Because there was monsters at the river. He used charcoal from the fire and drew big eyes on his butt. He pointed his butt in the direction the monster was approaching from, and he looked out from between his legs. What if it had just been a neighbour? When the monster showed up, it saw those big eyes and was so scared that it couldn't come any closer and just ran away. And so the monster stopped coming to the river of monsters. Or so the story goes. How scary. I'm wondering why the Nivik decided to pass down such a weird story, but if there's a lesson to be learned from that story, what do you think it is? Well, Asudapa? I'm gonna go pee. Those who do bad things are afraid of being seen. Ooh. Turn around and spray it down, time to pee. Sugimoto, show me your butt. Huh? Okay, Asudapa. Let's give Shirash a surprise. Oh, it's cold. He's back. Oh, you both did the same thing. Noribori Betsu Hot Springs. What? No way! How? Hey, Nikaido, please. What was the design of those tattoos inked onto the escaped convicts from Abashiri? Come on, tell me. I've never seen one. Ariko, go to your village and see if there's anybody else who's seen that strange guy. Ah, man, that was amazing. That was a pretty girl, huh? Understood. We're falling behind as Sami and the others. They're treating us like fools. If we want to work alongside President Tsurumi again, it would be nice to have some kind of gift from him. Are we gonna take those two with us and head back to Abashiri? No, the President is going to leave Abashiri. We'll meet up somewhere else. What's gonna happen to the fortune teller woman and the cannibal geezer? That's none of our business, right? Hey, can you quit jabbing me like that? Massage me more slowly, okay? That hurts. You're really bad at this job, huh? Sorry about that. Those two guys that showed up recently seemed like they were working at Lieutenant Surumi's side. They're a valuable information source. Before those soldiers Ariko and Kikuda figure out who we really are, they need to be erased. It would be better to wait until the new moon, with the light reflecting off the snow winter nights are already too bright as is. We can't just sit back and wait. If we end up in a situation where we can't stay here any longer, we won't be able to pass any more info on the 7th Division to Hijigata Toshizo. This is because you were seen by that soldier Tony. This is your slip-up. It's actually quite interesting, to be honest, because you kind of... it's kind of cool because you had the whole entire event beforehand, and I actually kind of get to actually know what really is going on here. It's actually kind of interesting. Like, it's kind of coming from characters that are outside of who we know, really. Because it's been, like, what? At least... like, a fair few months since I've actually seen Hijigata as well. The area that became the modern-day Karurusu hot spring is located deeper in the mountains than Noborubetsu hot springs. The local Ainu people call it Pen-Q. Well then, I wonder if Geta Man will show up again tonight. Recently, has anyone seen a man wearing clothes with a strange pattern hanging around Pen-Q? He comes to bathe after the sun sets. The sound of Geta. That wasn't a pattern on his clothes, it was a tattoo. Oh. There's no mistaking it. This is the man who Ariko was talking about. That he is using a light. Hey, you over there. Take off your coat slowly. Oh, it's happening, lads. It's happening. It's happening. You can see. And I even used that light so your eyes wouldn't get used to the dark. Friends, huh? I can see all of you bastards. Those who do bad things are afraid to be seen. 193. End. Oh, interesting. I like how Golden Kamuy actually just kind of withholds information from you, but it actually kind of gives it to you like at the crucial moments. It makes you go, oh. It's very well done. It does it in quite an ingenious way, actually. So, Karurusu Hot Springs. He does it very awesome, to be honest. These hot springs were named after the hot spring town of Karlov Vary in the Czech Republic. At the time, the town was called Carlsbad, which in Japanese is Karurusu Bado. This was then shortened to Karurusu. The reason why that name was chosen was because the hot springs in Carlsbad are similar quality and type as the ones in Karurusu. I think so, to be honest. I thought what she was implying there was Ogata's character. I thought she was applying it to Ogata's character. I thought, wait a second here. Is she saying that to Ogata, technically speaking? It makes no sense if it actually is, because Ogata technically is the person who's done bad things, that actually doesn't want to be seen. I mean, he's a sniper, and I can't actually speak. He's a sniper as well, so it actually kind of does him kind of correlate correctly to his character. But then, I don't know, he's a character that hasn't done... well, technically he has done many bad things in the manga so far, so it's one of those things that possibly, yeah, it does actually. Because we don't really know him, that's the thing. Like, he could be a character that actually kind of... He holds a semblance of remorse. That's the major thing about his character. I think he holds a semblance of remorse in him. That's the... because, let's face it, he wouldn't be seeing his brother again if he didn't feel that sense of remorse when he was actually kind of going through that moment when he was like, oh crap, I actually can see him again. Like, it's just, I maintain he knows what he's done is bad, but that's the only thing he knows. Like that's the kind of thing with his character. He does those things because he knows that's the only thing he knows how to do it. If it makes any sense. Anyway, let's actually continue to the end of this. So Pen Q, the other name for these hot springs comes from the Ainu words penke, upper, and yu, hot spring. The word yu is actually a loan word from Japanese. It's eye patch. I'm not sure Noda will explain this in the next chapter, so I won't go into much detail. Basically, what Kikuta did was cover one eye with an eye patch so that the eye was adapted to the dark. It can take 20 plus minutes for an eye to completely adjust from light to dark, but if one eye is covered, it can be kept so it's already prepared to see in the dark. Ah, that's interesting, actually. So yeah, I mean, he's an interesting kind of fellow, because I maintain Ogata knows what he's done is wrong, but I don't think he understands it. I don't think he understands the implications behind what he's doing as well. Certainly, because I don't know, because it makes too much sense why he's done all these things, and then his conscience catches up to him, and then all these things start happening to him, because I believe he knows what he's doing is wrong. But yeah, Kakuta was actually quite clever, actually. I like that. I thought that's actually kind of a neat way to do it, because yeah, it's interesting because your eyes do take a while to adjust the darkness. That's why sometimes if you were to actually put yourself in the dark and do one of those flashlights that cameras use, it does really hurt your eyes because you adjust to it quite at an alarming rate. But to fully adjust to it's 20 minutes. But it's actually quite interesting. I thought it's actually quite cool. That's true as well. I wonder what would actually happen there as well with him. He hasn't woken up yet either, so we actually don't know what's going on with Ogata in his eyesight. Plus, he's lost his sniper rifle at this point as well. So he's basically in no sense or in no other word naked, basically. His character at this point. So it's actually quite interesting to see what they will do to him at this point. But yeah, I mean, Christ. It's just, I like how this whole entire thing's unraveling as well. The way this whole entire arc's unraveling is actually quite interesting because it's kind of unraveling in kind of like an onion. Like it's unraveling in layers. That you kind of get the upper layer first, like the whole entire thing of who these characters are, what's really going on here, and then you start going deeper and deeper into it. You're like, oh, okay, that's actually quite interesting. Like, it's kind of one of those things that I'm guessing as time goes on, more characters will be implicated into the whole entire thing. Because I guess Ikaramat's kind of been implicated in this whole entire arc as well, so she might come back at some point. Like, it's one of those things that I wonder what's going to happen there. But it's actually quite interesting how this whole entire thing is just unraveled in a way. It's unraveled to the point that you're just kind of like, I wonder where this all will lead. We actually got some kind of update on Hichikata as well, because again, it's been like a couple of months we've actually seen him at this point. I don't know, because again, the whole thing with sides in this manga as well is quite grey, if you get what I mean. Like the idea of whose whose side is quite difficult, because I don't know what their end goal is either. That's the problem. I'm guessing they want to be on Tsurumi's side, but at the same time, it's one of those things of I wonder what the end goal will actually be. Like they said at this chapter they wanted to fight with him, so I'm guessing they do want to be there with him. But then again, they might in theory betray him. We just don't know. Like it's one of those things that this whole entire manga has a semblance of like, wait a second here, why do they want to do that for? But then it happens like, oh, that's why. Yeah, they weren't aware of anything like that, unless they are. That's the thing. Unless they're playing dumb. That's also the other thing. We just don't know. That's the other kind of interesting kind of twist, is unless they're actually playing dumb. Yeah, that's why I've also kind of wondered there's just something going on here. Like there's just some like sinister side to this whole entire thing. You're kind of wondering what's it all going to go towards? What's it all leading to? What is the end goal? Like for Tsurumi's character as well, because he's basically been in the dark for the last like long time at this point. So it's one of those things. He's like, I wonder where it's all going to lead to with his character as well, because there has to be an end goal to Tsurumi's character as well, because we kind of got the idea of his past in a really, really arbitrary manner. It was actually really freaking cool. And it was one of those things, I just wonder where it's all going to go towards with him as well, in this arc especially, because it just seems as if it's like they're cornering these characters in more ways than one, because it's not just one character doing it, it's actually also Hichikata as well. Who knows what Hichikata's actually doing as well? That's the other thing. We don't know what he's up to at this point, as we actually do know. It's been a long time since. But yeah, it's kind of cool. But I don't know. I don't want to say they don't know what's going on here, because I kind of maintain like these characters know something. Like they know more than what they're leading on. Like all characters know something more than what they're leading on. That's what I've kind of gathered from this manga so far. It's the fact that no character doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, if say they manage to actually kind of get in Tsurumi's side, they might in theory be able to take the skins for themselves as well. That's the other thing to note. That whether or not they're actually trying to get in Tsurumi's side, actually take the skins away, and actually try and then play dumb to actually then betray him at the end. We just don't know. That's the Kiku's actually kind of very interesting. That it's just one of those things. You just don't know what they're playing, what game they're playing, because he does in theory know what he's doing, because he did do it in this chapter. Like he does know what he's actually doing. Kiku actually managed to actually kind of adapt to light really instantly, or the darkness in this case. So there's that. Like he's a character he's a character that actually has his brain in the right place. So I maintain there is something here that we just don't know just yet. But what it is, I have no idea. We have to wait and see. So yeah, that is chapter 193 of Golden Kamuy. Very interesting chapter overall, because it lays down the foundations for what's to actually come in its arc in a way. Like it's a very interesting turn of events that we just don't know where it's all going to lead towards. Very much like this whole entire manga in a nutshell, and I don't know. We have to wait and see what the whole thing with Kiku's character as well, because we just don't know. Because it makes too much sense for Asuna to actually say that line, and at the end of the chapter reinforce that line, but in Kiku's actual case. So it's one of those things that whether or not that line does implicate him as well, that he's done something we just don't know. Whether or not he's actually implicated the whole entire thing from the beginning, we just didn't know anything about him until very much at this point. But it wouldn't feel kind of left-fielded, because this manga actually always has in theory established the fact that characters do in theory kind of pop in like, by the way, what's up? I knew something about this whole entire time. So it wouldn't be left-fielded, but I kind of just maintain there is something more going on here. And I want to know what's happening to Rico as well. Rico's an interesting character as well. What his whole entire deal is at the end. Like, it's too interesting. It's too interesting, this manga, to actually kind of have to wait a week to find out. We're going to have to wait a week and see what actually doesn't really happen. So yeah, that is me done for today. So as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on YouTube, then do indeed leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed does make quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed does make quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to stay a bit longer, then do indeed leave a sub, because indeed does make quite a bit. And after that whole entire point, I just want to stay a bit longer after. Yeah, Jesus Christ. If you want to stay a bit longer after the whole entire point, then do in free leave a follow on Twitter, because indeed this actually does help me quite a bit. If you know streams, live streams, I do as well. I shouldn't have a Twitter account, but do have Discord? I do have one of those as well. So for every time streams go live and streams, I do as well. Until next episode, until next time, chapter 194 of Golden Kamuy. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.